Hello, welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the red nose. Yeah, Neko the red-nosed goth deer. Yes, I'm still stuffy, still sleepy, but time marches on. And I needed something to do today. So we're going to do the review of Titletown Brewing Company Hallowed Grounds Coffee Lager. And I was checking to see if we had done anything from Titletown before, and yes, we have. We did Dark Helmet Schwarzbier. Yeah, they've got some interesting names. So this one again is a coffee lager. It's 5.2% ABV. I found the ABV. I think I was looking for that. Okay, Hallowed Grounds, and of course Green Bay, Wisconsin state team. Well, NFL team. All right, Hallowed Grounds. The specifics. I guess that's what you would say. The hops are Pearl and Saaz. Yes, I believe. Bleh, can't talk. I believe I read these during the haul, but I'll read them again. Malt, floor malted Pilsner. It's not two different kinds. Duh. Okay, floor malted Pilsner and dark malt Carafa. Carafa 2. Yeast, Czech lager. And the other is Coffee Wizards Custom Blend Coffee. Blah. Me can't talk. Okay. Just crack this open. And yes, I'm over a different part of the kitchen because it's 4:37, and the way the light's coming in, there was too much glare on the camera. I just couldn't move the camera around, i.e. my phone, which is my computer, my camera, my alarm clock, and of course my phone. I think I already said that. Anyway, we've got this guy. And yes, like I'm still kind of swollen. It's going to take a while to get over all this stuff. Hopefully by the time I get an actual job interview, I won't look like I just crawled out of a hole in the ground. Yeah. And my guess is, since I was already stressed from everything and then getting a very large hammer dropped on me, plus people, like I said, were sick at work, and I've gone through all that. So basically, yeah, I guess I probably caught something at work and it didn't hit me until the stress and had my resistance knocked down a bit, and it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. But that's okay. You've seen me looking like this. You've seen me looking worse. And you've seen me looking a whole heck of a lot better. Thank you for bearing with me through all this. But we're not here to pat each other on the back, although we could all use a hug right now. We're here to do the beer. And again, this isn't spooky, but it's different. And I also, as I endeavored to do at my last location, which was in New Mexico, highlight and showcase a lot of local beers or regional beers. They might not all be spooky, but I go for the micro brews and the craft brews as opposed to the macro brews. And I can smell the coffee, a little bit of the malt. Makes it smell kind of almost like coffee with cream. Nice thick head. Definitely taste the coffee straight up front with the malt sweetness from the malt. It's like just a little bit of cream and sugar, although there's no lactose. So the foam, the head, gives it a bit of the cream sensation plus the sweetness of the malt. This is very, very good. I've never met a coffee lager that I didn't like. In fact, I might need to try to write down the name of this roaster and see if I can order that stuff when I've got the money again. It's light-bodied. It's not heavy. It's not thick. It's not syrupy. But then again, it's a lager, not a stout, so it shouldn't be really heavy. And because this is a coffee lager, like with a coffee stout, you might want to have it after a meal or maybe before a meal. You probably could have it with a meal. It just depends on what your preferences are as to what to pair it with. You definitely don't want to pair it with something that will be overpowered by the flavor of the beer. So you have to have something that will meet this meet punch for punch. Kind of like when I decided to mix Kraken with A&W root beer. The heavy spice with a heavy sweet. And to me, it's sort of leveled itself out. So you want something to level this out, to pair with it, but not contrast. You don't want if you're having something that overwhelms this, then you've got strong taste buds. I won't lie, very strong taste buds. So yeah, definitely something really strong. Pizza, probably beef, maybe pork, barbecue. This would be good with a barbecue. Definitely not a dessert beer. Speaking of beer reviews and beer in general, I have a video I recorded for one of the other ones, and I'm thinking of redoing it. I think I might. You don't need to hear me beer burping. Oh, I've fallen down on my job on this. I used to go, is it drinkable or sessionable? And is it a hit or a miss? Um, it would be safe to assume at this point that I haven't said too often what was a hit, but I definitely didn't say anything was a miss. So you can assume. So one of those cases where you can actually assume, if I don't say something is a miss, it's a hit. And if it's I'll let you know. This is definitely a hit. Like, you need something strong to go with it. Like barbecue or char grill, meat cooked on the grill, smoked meat would be good with this. They would complement each other. Do I recommend it? Yes. And since it's themed, it's Green Bay Packer themed, so it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon because the Packers are here. They've been here since before I was born, and they'll be here long after I'm gone. So if you can find this, give it a try. If you like coffee lagers and coffee stouts, you will definitely enjoy it. It's not bitter. It's got that nice coffee taste, and the malt gives it a bit of sweetness and a little bit of creaminess. It's got a nice creamy head on it. And at 5.2, it's definitely sessionable. You could have more than one of these. But because of the flavor, the strong flavor, you might not want to do that. I would say, again, pace yourself. It's a low ABV, but because of the flavor profile, I believe I said that before with other strong flavored beers, even if they're low ABV, you're not going to want to slam this. You're not going to so one and then just stretch it out. But if, like I said before, if you're doing a mixed flight and you want to do, if you do want to do, I guess that would that be considered a session again? I need to get back and study this because I've forgotten a lot of the stuff that I've already said. Um, yeah, if you could get other coffee flavored beers and you wanted to compare them beer for beer and see which one you like and have have fun with it. Sure, if that's what you have in mind, but you're going to have to really be a coffee lover to do that because otherwise the flavor will be like after a while it'll be too much. So what I'm saying is it's sessionable if you can tolerate drinking multiple, one right after the other or comparing it to others. But it's probably better just to have the one and enjoy it, and then if you want to have another one later, so you don't burn yourself out. Okay. I will give you updates on the situation, jobby wise, when I get the chance. And I was reminded by somebody I know that I should probably also apply for renter's assistance. But since I didn't do that through the state, I was focused so much on, after getting, losing my job. It's like, unemployment and food stamps. Yes, that. Do that. And then, it would have been nice if somebody would have been with me to say, hey, okay, calm down just a bit, just slow down. You need more than that. You need this too. But I can't, I've already applied. So if I make any changes and say I need more state benefits, that will gum up the system, gum up the works that I've already got rolling. So I need to, one step at a time, I've already got the train rolling on those two things. I need to get that rolling, get that, it's almost completely set up. So I don't want to mess that up. Get that going, and then that would be an afterthought. It's like, well, yes, can I try to apply for renter's assistance? I've got the money for next month's rent, so I've got a bit of a buffer. It's the after that. So basically, I have until the beginning of next month to get the unemployment and the food stamps squared away, and then I can worry about getting help with the rent. And in the meantime, yes, of course, I also have a tax refund coming as well, so that's a nice little push. So I will be extremely, extremely tight. This is the first time since I've had this channel that I've had to juggle all those chainsaws at once. And anybody who knows me outside of the channel knows I'm not very good at juggling, but I will do the best I can so I don't end up missing any parts. That's enough tea. I wasn't going to spill any tea, but I spilled tea all over the floor, and now I need to get a very large mop. So, rambly. Give this a try. Again, mixed flight with a bunch of coffee-flavored stouts or, well, coffee-flavored lagers. You don't want to mix apples and oranges. So, mix this with other coffee lagers if you want an adventure and you want to do a flight of different types of coffee lagers. Have fun. It'll be, you could, compare and contrast the different flavor profiles and the malts and the hops and all the other things and see, do a gourmand kind of thing, however, whatever you'd call it with beer. That would be fine, be wonderful. You and your monsters go for it. Again, just make sure you're not driving anywhere. Park that hearse and take the keys from the driver, or give them to the designated Dracula. If they don't have a designated Dracula, hold their keys and find them a designated Dracula. And as with any of these crazy ideas, have a driver, or don't go anywhere, or do it at home. Do it at somebody's crypt, somebody's mausoleum, their castle, whichever, laboratory basement, in the woods, in a cave, depending on the type of monster you are. Just, if you're going to do this, do it responsibly and have a driver, or stay home, have a party. Do it at your place your domicile, your abode, your place of residence, is what I'm saying. And yes, I have, because you know how I get when I have a cold and I'm kind of taking cold medicine and all this. My mind goes all over the place, and that's where we're at right now. So anyway, be responsible. And again, foods to have it with, I would say strong, like this would be grilled food. That's what I'm trying to say grilled food, barbecued food, nice pairing, or anything else. Actually, anything else you might pair with coffee. Now that I think about it, because I've said that before. Um, if you're not going anywhere and you want to have this with something you would normally have coffee with, is still an option that I just thought of in my squirrel brain. This is rambling way longer than it needs to be. It's 15 minutes and 48 seconds. At least I don't have a phone that cuts out at a certain amount of time anymore. Remember back in the day when I had a phone that would stop recording if I talked too long? I don't miss that either. So, give this a try. Try it with grilled meat, barbecue, or if you're really feeling brave, with something you would normally have with a cup of coffee. Just try not to do it for breakfast. And okay, if you like these crazy freaking videos, give them a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once. And for notifications as to when this crazy old bat zombie creature uploads another video, hit the bell second time. Feel free to comment down below. Please keep it as civil as possible. And as always, draft responsibly, and I've already given you all that. And please take care of the monsters. We've gone down the list, and it's a long list, and I really don't want to repeat all of it for you again, my monsters. So please take care of each other, and especially the ones that are having the greatest amount of difficulty at this time. But you should always look out for each other anyway. Make sure you protect, respect, and love, especially the ones that are having the most difficulty at this time. And also, we need help with the bunnies, little blue bunnies, and their families, because they're not getting enough help and enough protection. They need to be taken care of as well. And also the brave souls who are doing the right thing. Again, before we delve into territory that's a bit much, salt the ice. Unless you're putting it in a drink and it's a margarita. That didn't sound right. Salt the ice so it melts. And you don't need ice unless you're putting it in a chilled drink. That sounds better. Yeah, I'm kind of out of it. I love y'all. Bye now.